Hi Leo, I love you, honey. So we're going to do a Celtic, and we're going to use some good oracles for you. Links below only belong to this channel. If you find links anywhere else, they do not belong to the channel. I love you so much, Leo. Let's see. For Leo. Holy angels, Holy spirits. To the divine above. Angels and ancestor gods. For Leo. What can Leo know? We're not going to cut this deck, okay? Asking wonderfully, receiving gracefully. You got the infinity sign. Your challenge is you shouldn't be having to make any effort. Interesting. Foundation to be enlightened. Lighten up. Recent past. Bloom where you are planted. Top of your spread. Trust and act accordingly. What's coming in is saying yes to an open door. Mercy. Internal energy. The phoenix rising to a joyful abundance. External energy. Your words create your world. Your advice is the 11-year-old self. Your potential outcome is delivering your greatest gift. So your advice, your 11-year-old self, is to do things that make you feel like a child again. Do things that allow you to, and look at the colors of these in your foundation. Coming soon. Now, if we took this all the way back, and then you have the 111-year-old self. You're ascending, and not everybody can go with you. There's no else for you to go other than up. That's the only direction they're taking you. Let me fix the table. So let's pull a tarot card here. Leo. Celtic for Leo. This bundle is going to be your internal energy. Then the next bundle is going to be your external challenge of each placement. Let's see for Leo. What is the internal energy for this Celtic for Leo? Oh, you got the Star. Oh shit, you got Justice. Expressing gratitude, being thankful. Ace of Swords. Having patience. 5 Cups. Someone external misses you bad. This heartbreak drove you to spiritual awakening. They have 4 Pentacles in reverse. Uh-oh. In your advice, you have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Oh, goodness. And then you have the King of Wands and your potential outcome. Wow. Can't wait to see what comes out in these placements. So let's shuffle their spread. Their bundle. External. For Leo. So, where your reading is going to start is asking wonderfully, receiving gracefully. And what you're going to do with that is coming soon. Welcoming to a next ascending age. You're asking of a situation. What goes around comes around. 10-time fold is what this is. And you're about to get what you're asking for because it's coming with the Star energy. Through hope, faith, balance, renewal, spiritual inspirations. You're manifesting. It's a plan and preparation to travel for pleasure. You're manifesting for progress to level up the spiritual inspiration. What's the external challenge for this spot? Six of Wands in reverse. Either they're not successfully committing the Queen of Wands to change. Look at that. Feminine fire sign, she's on the justified cycle. They are the one that look at the independent lover. You're the only one that they'll hold the cup for. But through this emotional confusion, they're trying to rebuild the challenge that they don't see. They're working together with the challenge that they don't see with the karmic Queen of Swords. Capricorn and Libra. There's a very negative woman in their life. The Queen of Swords and the Devil, she's a very hasty person. So they didn't actually successfully recognize what the contract was. So why is the Six of Wands in reverse? They didn't recognize your light, your enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment. Ace of Wands, energy. Knight of Cups. The Tower. It was brought to them by a friend. Some sort of information of this external energy was brought to them by a friend. For example, they might have been drinking that night, or they might have not remembered, but there was a friend that was paying very close attention to you. A friend of your external energy. Who was that? Didn't recognize the contract. The Sun, the enlightenment of temperance, healing, earth angel energy. Their friend is also an earth angel energy. Wow. They recognize your energy better than the person that's in this reading. What did the friend say to Leo's person? There's the Hermit. The star is in the lantern in the Hermit. They told them, you better start soul searching. Yeah, for that tower bite you in the ass. Woo, boom, shakalaka. The tower and the star. The truth's going to be brought to this person through a small interest. The challenge in this reading is going to be your effortless effort is fully required. Really, you're not required to do anything. You know why? Because your 111-year-old self is going to take over. Your wisdom, the information that you've kept through your faith, through the life situations you've been through, you brought them with you. And what that's going to help you do, that's actually going to help you justify. You're going to be able to do what's right. The cause versus effect, life lessons. You know there's consequences. To get to your destiny. 10 Pentacles. You are spiritually balancing your cornucopia through your wisdom of if it's not meant for you, it's not going to come to you. If it's meant for you, it'll come to you. So you're not making an effort. Yeah. If they want to come together, they're going to come together. The 8 Pentacles, that's mastering who you work together. You're focused on who comes together and who's not. You're no longer going to go up to people. Saying, I'm sorry, but I'm celebrating my cornucopia to be able to justify my wisdom without effort. You know that if it's meant for you, the divine is going to bring it right straight to you. So the reason why the challenge is happening, to be enlightened, the alchemical artist, oh my gosh. You woke someone up. You were the light. You were their spiritual enlightenment. You express gratitude through the Hierophant. You express spiritual gratitude. Wow. It's like you're a spiritual ruler. What is the external challenge? You spread light wherever you go. You don't have anything to hide. You always act like yourself. What is the external? So there's the Four of Swords and the Hangman in reverse. They should have supported it even though the truth was hidden. Quickly communicating, yeah, abundance. It's like your conversations that you had with them was so rich. It packed a lot of, when you get 10 Pentacles and 8 Wands, Every word you said, it's like it touched a different part. Expressing spiritual gratitude. Well, what's the external energy for Leo? What is the challenge? The challenge is the Two of Wands. Okay, so they could be waiting for the right time to end a cycle. What's the World? They're waiting for the separation to end. That's all the deception, the interferences, the deceit, the sneaking around, being free from being heartbroken so that they can call for judgment, the tower behind the scenes. They want everything to be judged properly. They see you how spiritual you are. What is in the world again? They could be waiting patiently because you could be their world. What is in the world here? The Hermit. They're not spending any time alone. They just want to come in and take a risk. They haven't reflected, They just want to come in and take the risk. But it's what they're realizing, they're not going to be able to do that. And the reason why they're not going to do that, they're going to be remembering in this past right here, bloom, where you are planted. You are a galactic star seed blooming. My gosh. Through the Ace of Swords, finding truth and clarity. Right there is a divine blessing. You were true to every word you said. Your words created their world. They couldn't control you. What's in that Eight of Wands? Quickly communicating the truth. What's in the Eight of Wands? Well, you have the Fool and Justice again. A new beginning and being spiritually balanced. A new release to justify a release. They should have done it and enlightened. They should have told the Queen of Cups to see it for what it is. The Eight of Swords, the confusion of independence. Your external energy is going to tell a water sign, Queen of Cups, that they're going to take a risk somewhere else to be spiritually balanced. They're ready to spiritually balance these scales. They want to communicate to you the truth. The Ten Swords and the High Priestess is undermining their own intuition, because the Emperor with the Queen of Swords, leaving behind all that baggage, the Queen of Pentacles, the Star, they're going to let an X know too, because the King of Pentacles, they're going to understand that the Moslem, he's going to follow through with the strategic, because he's seriously thinking about reuniting with the soulmate, but he's just worried about the clarity of the Lovers to start all over with the challenge of defense. He's a little worried on what's going to be said to him. And the only way for him to justify the cause versus effect, why he is where he is because of where he's been, he's going to have to risk it. Both of you planted seeds in each other. Where's the third party here? What's the truth? Clear on what you say. The third party, the Emperor, soulmate, contract, challenge. It's his friends, or he's not trusting himself. He's not trusting his own intuition. Didn't trust his gut. Well, what's at the top of this spread is what's going on right now. That's the card of trust and act accordingly. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. See this circle? It's on this card. And the higher opportunity is coming after the Death card, that deep emotional immense transformation, to be able to have patience with a new perspective and evaluate the plan. They had plans. They was planned to end in the cycle. But it's not their cycle to end. I mean, a complete renewal through a new perspective. After trust and acting accordingly, being able, every cycle is a higher opportunity. You're rising. You're rising. I'll tell you this, that 9 Swords, you know how like when you try to talk in a dream, you can't talk regular words that's going home. It takes it a long time. Imagine running in your dream. Slow motion. They're trying to catch up with you. The only time that they're able to see something of you is through a thought or through a dream. And they just can't get there fast enough. What's the external challenge? You went through a complete renewal. The external challenge is coming with the Strength card. They're very interested in you. You've sparked the interest. A dead end. But you're not going to have sex with them. They'll have to put a sword in every... This is a 10 cups, 10 swords. Quickly communicating. Soulmate. They're going to have to disconnect out loud from everyone in the past but children. They can no longer talk to exes. They can see their mama. But your exes better not be there when you go visit your mama. Things like that. This external person will not be able to get by with things that they used to with other people. They're very interested though. What are they actually interested in? The 10 Swords, 5 Wands in reverse. They shouldn't have never challenged you. Everything that they have challenged, the 5 Wands in reverse is being busted on being passionate on a dead end. They tried to connect with other people, other passionate, other hobbies to get busy, but it's just not working. What did this person try to do? Soulmate love. Okay, the King of Cups and the 6 of Cups. Emotionally control in the past. Did they try to... Yeah, that 4 of Cups, the offer, the Hangman. They put your offer on the back burner because that new energy, they knew what the energy was about. It's like they thought if they didn't accept that you were spiritually enlightened, they wouldn't have to be either. If they acted like they didn't notice, the divine wouldn't notice. Well, the divine sent it to you, so yes, the divine has noticed. So what that's going to bring in right here is another door to be opened. Saying yes to the open door, your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. So the lighthouse, that's going to be referring to a tower. You know, a lighthouse, when it shines the light on something, it's on the same spot every time it goes around. And what it's going to shine the light on is through grief, sadness, sorrow, 5 cups, feeling unemotionally fulfilled, sad, lost, and regretful, unloved, unwanted. Well, that's got to be detailed and broken down. Mastering, being unemotionally fulfilled, opening up another door that you have reflected on before. Your external energy, right there's where they're going to go through their deep emotional immense transformation. They're going to acknowledge how to work together with you in transition. That Queen of Pentacles, the other woman, 2 cups. Long-term soulmate, rejecting without emotions. That was the offer, was without emotions. They never loved the Queen of Pentacles. Either they were unloved by a mother or they was with a woman. Somebody that they settled in with, but they settled in for the materialism of it. With no love. Only lust. Well, the divine blew that up. You got the Hierophant, the Tower, and the 3 of Swords. This person is shockingly going to get their heart broken. That's why they're going to transition after they go through this complete renewal. They're going to work with you. They've acknowledged some pieces of the puzzle here that they're going to have to open the door on the lighthouse. What's the lighthouse for the external energy? What is the light being shined on? Again and again and again. Spiritually undermining the King of Swords. That's what's going to make them start thinking about it. They have to master the decisions You know, that's like being careful what you say, because your worlds create your words. Excuse me. Your words create your worlds. Someone is speaking hot air, you know, it's just like venting, but they have actually manifested something else through what they've said out loud. Yep, that's what has to be mastered. Mastering a wish fulfillment, stressing over the argument at the crossroads. Worried about when they come together with you that it's going to be an argument and then they're going to be blocked again. So they have to change and transition before they come back together. And that's what they know. They're going to master their emotions. They're no longer going to feel sad. This King of Wands at the crossroads struggling with heartbreak. They understand it's for a reason. They're no longer going to feel sorry for themselves. Well, this is why. Your internal energy is the phoenix rising to joyful abundance. You are perfectly imperfect still. It says once more here, you do not have to do anything for this abundance. It's already yours. You were born in royalty, spiritual royalty, it looks like. Because there's 3 swords and the full moon. You found emotional awareness because of an emotional understanding. You felt like you were just misunderstood at an emotional loss, but cycle complete. You moved on. You actually manifest every full moon. You might even drink moon water here. What is the internal? For the external, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it wasn't the right time. This is the devil. You didn't invest in the temptation. It weighed heavy on the offer. Ooh. So what is Leo going to get instead? You didn't crack to temptation. 4 Pentacles in reverse. This person over here is going to let go. They're no longer going to hold on. No longer going to hold back. Low self-esteem, King of Cups. You make someone very comfortable emotionally, but they've never told you. You just felt like you've been misunderstood. What is the external energy challenge? 2 Cups in reverse, soulmate separation. King of Wands, masculine, but behind the scenes, he's assessing those investments. That's karmic assessments. Paying back karmic dues to the Queen of Pentacles, yeah. Without emotion, heavy. You knew whoever put you in this state that they wasn't understanding what the spiritual realm is all about just yet. You know they had a lot more to think about when it comes to the spiritual realm. So let's see. Something that they said is what manifested. So to clarify the words that create their worlds, you will only see the way by making the way. So whatever they have asked for, they're going to get it. Because you got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Less is more. They're going to reevaluate some priorities and release some sort of materialism here. And how they're going to do that is they're going to manifest it. They're going to manifest to be able to reevaluate let's clarify. What is the external of this external energy for Leo? What are they actually letting go of to be able to manifest their dreams into reality? To be able to concentrate on a resourceful and intellect manner. What is the external of this 4 of Pentacles in reverse? Reevaluating priorities. 10 Wands in reverse. They're dropping it. If it don't belong to them, they ain't packing it. They're not. They're going to change what they carry. Yeah, when they're heartbroken. Feeling sorry for themselves. There's the Queen of Wands and the 8 of Cups. What's the Queen of Wands and 8 of Cups here for? They want to start over with the soulmate that they manifested. Twin flame, wish, there you go, moving forward. Argument, communication, a change, alone. This person says you are the only one that can change their mind. You know that song that says, give me one reason to stay here? And I'll turn it all around. They're letting go of this heartbreak so they can manifest. They know that they have to make a way on their own. 10 cups, 7 cups. Emotional confusion because a family or a marriage is going to cause them to. It was an independent blockage. 10 cups is a happy family, happy love, happy home, even the dog eats good. That is feeling very comfortable. Somebody that feels like family. What is in the 10 wands? What's in the 10 wands is the hangman, a different perspective on the support system. At the crossroads. Got left hanging at the crossroads. This person got left hanging at the crossroads. 9 cups, a wish fulfillment. They're planning and preparing to turn their back on things that are too good to be true. Their plans are to prepare to walk away. They're looking for the tower. Okay. This person is actually going to shockingly give whatever that's been holding them back an ultimatum. What's the ultimatum? They're actually going to reconsider the argument on the confusion, the Emperor. He wants to know the truth. This masculine wants to know the truth. He's asking for the truth from someone external of him. Who is he asking for the truth? The Sun, enlightenment on the struggle, ultimatum. He's asking the divine. Because remember, you have the infinity symbol right here. He says, what do I need to prioritize now to bring peace in the plan and preparation? Being comfortable with the Queen of Cups. Being comfortable leaving to reflect on the challenges of you got 555 right here. A challenge of being unemotionally fulfilled, alone, without emotion, with the lover. This is someone, here's the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, 9 cups. That's a spiritual wish, Queen of Wands. They could have met you, but when they met you, it was like they didn't know how to connect with you. The energy that you brought in, they just didn't know how to connect with you. But now, your external energy, they're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just going to drop whatever don't belong to me. I'm just going to, it looks like they're going to break their own heart here to make a way to create a world with you. What words are actually creating their worlds? What words are creating their worlds? Oh, jealousy. They're talking to somebody about being jealous of you and unemotionally fulfilled and stressed over clarifying the low vibe. So whoever's external to this person, they're telling them you're the one that's vibing low. It's not Leo. Someone is trying to get them to not pay attention to you. But the advice in this reading is your great wave awaits with the 11-year-old self. They want you to do something to make yourself feel like a kid again. The King of Swords, being too strategic, doing it by the book, through legal matters. Oh, 5 Pentacles. So this is what's bringing down the masculine's vibe. It's what's making them feel alienated. It's what's bringing a vibe down for this masculine because they're thinking too much. They want you to go to the playground and swing on a swing. Go to a merry-go-round. Push that motherfucker. They want you to bring back your childlike energy. Stop making plans. The Partridge Family only exists on TV. There is no perfect family. There is no perfect home. There is no perfect car. Perfection doesn't exist. What is the external energy of this King of Swords? Because you got the King of Wands in the outcome. Can't wait to clarify that. This masculine is thinking too much is what's putting his passionate thoughts, his passionate action on the back burner. Not being able to find what he's mostly interested in because he's trying to do it by the book. The divine doesn't run on man-made time. What's causing the low vibe is the Page of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords. That's initiating a contract without knowing the truth. Yeah, and then you got the devil here. The Queen of Cups. She's a karmic. 6 cups, karmic soulmate. That's what they're planning and preparing to turn their back on. If it's not doing you any good, leave. You don't, it's judgment. Breaker 19 calling on the divine. Father, can you hear me? They getting ready to make a final firm decision. They leaving. Coming to their soulmate connection, their nostalgic connection, their 6 of Cups connection. And just in case you don't know, the 6 of Cups, there's 1 cup in that card that's bigger than the rest. They hold you up as high regard. So they want this person to stop thinking too much. Just do it. Because in the potential outcome, as soon as you're going to do something like that, you're going to be able to deliver your greatest gift to the world after you be able to see through the perfect lens of the galactic destiny. Listening to one's intuition, being able to open up the crown chakra, that is the color purple. Because you got the King of Wands here with the 10 of Swords. This masculine is at a dead end. Because of a breakup. There's nothing else that the masculine can do here. They have hit rock bottom. The only thing to do is to open up spiritually. Where is the divine feminine while the King of Wands is here in the 10 swords? Feminine. Well, she's going to bring him 9 cups. 7 cups. Emotionally confused about something that's too good to be true. She's daydreaming, night thinking, trying to see the bigger picture of what she's wished for. She's got a lot of cups there for this masculine. Where is the feminine here in the King of Wands 10 swords by itself? She's not repeating those cycles. That 2 pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Cups. She doesn't trust it to go back. Confused. It would confuse her abundance. She knows that the masculine's not ready. She knows that he's not ready when he's in the 10 swords. Yeah, he's got to have a tower. An emotional tower moment. Boom, shakalaka. A mind explosion at a dead end. 10 swords. She knows that there is pressure building mentally with the masculine. What is that pressure building mentally with this masculine? The 7 wands. So he needs to make a stand to be spiritually open. He needs to stand up for the spiritual opening. What is the sun? Happiness, bliss. He needs to stand up for what makes him happy. And let go of all that low vibing bullshit. Letting go of codependent women. 5 swords in reverse. No longer allowing those Queen of Pentacles in reverse to challenge your mentality. Making you feel like you're stupid. You will not let it go again. Who's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse for the divine feminine here? She's the deceptions. She's the interferences, the hermit. She is what is interfering with the masculine spending time alone. That 9 cups right there is the too good to be true. Page of Swords. Looking for some truth and clarity, some sort of sign of a wish, fulfillment. 6 of Cups in reverse. That's a past life soulmate coming back. Revisiting the past of judgment, a new spiritual story. So the feminine, she's called for judgment. Masculine, where's he at with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? So this is the Empress in reverse. She's not your feminine. King of Cups. Queen of Wands is your interest. That cycle needs to end successfully for you to be able to, you're being dishonest with yourself. This is the masculine's being dishonest with himself, because that spark of emotion come together in a social gathering, ending the cycle with an aha moment through the intuition. This masculine, as soon as his intuition tells him to cut it off from the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, he's going to do it. You have to follow out these karmic payback. If it says 7 years, 10 months, you got to do it. He's heartbroken. He misses the lover's connection. The lovers, the 2 cups, and the 10 swords. And a dead end soulmate. Heartbroken. He caused heartbreak on the divine union because of a dead-end soulmate. And that Six of Cups is in reverse again. King of Swords. Right after he ascends, he's coming back. And what he's coming back for, he's going to look for the truth. That Hermit, the Emperor in reverse, the 10. He wasn't ready because he was too rich. He wasn't ready. This is abundant. He's going to allow the truth to come out about the Empress. He wants her. He wants her right by his side, because once he has mastered his emotions, she's the only one that he can commit to. She is the only one that he wants to ever be around again. And that's going to be a tower for this Queen of Pentacles. He's going to master this tower. It's going to be a shocking revelation to this Queen of Pentacles, because she has no idea what his plans are until he tells her. I love you guys. Ciao.